So we're gonna react to Alex Rose throwing 70 meters and what you guys can learn from this monster throw, top 24 of all time, and we're gonna start right now. All right, so let's get right into this. So Alex went out to Oklahoma and just had a phenomenal series. He had a great season opener, 65-60, and he was falling off hard. A couple coaches had DM'd me and they were like, dude, Alex looks like he's ready to go 68 plus based off of how he was falling off on his finish. You know, he's been dealing with a couple different things. He's got he has a newborn child. He works 40, 50 hours a week. He travels quite a bit. He's a salesman for a laser company, which I just think is crazy. And so it's hard for him to get a lot of training in, 3 to 4 days a week of throws. If he's lucky, usually it's 2 to 3, and then 2 to 3 days of lifting. And prior to this competition, he had an entire week of training, meaning job training, in Hershey, Pennsylvania, where he wasn't able to do anything other than just sit in a hotel and learn on sales. And this is what he's been doing like the last 2 to 3 years with this company. They have yearly training with their sales team. So he wasn't able to do a ton of training. He got 1 or 2 decent throw sessions. I think he had a throw session where he said he felt like crap. And then he had like a drill session and he got 1 lift in where he was able to snatch like 275, bench press 405, and squat 500 all within 30 minutes of training, which I think is phenomenal. Anyway, Alex sent me his 69-meter throw from Saturday. He's like, what do you see here? And I think Alex and I figured out that we've probably done close to 1,000 to 1,100 technical analysis since 2015. That's when he started working with us, was 2015, which is just crazy. Think about that. 1,000 technical analysis. So he sends me this 69-meter throw that he hits on Saturday, and he's like, dude, I can go further. I know I can hit something bigger. And so we started to look at it. All right, what can we do to clean it up? And I thought, all right, let's get that right down, get a little more balanced out of the back, that right down just a little bit tighter, and then hold that middle position a little bit cleaner and have a better transfer forward into his left side. And we had talked about, there's a throw, an indoor throw from Youngstown State when he threw like 65 mid indoors. And I'd always thought, like, if Alex could hit that technical throw, 65 mid indoors to me is like 68, probably 69 with some good wind. And I was sort of thinking, like, if we can get Alex to hit those positions again, I think he's gonna be able to go 70, or at least get close to it, right? And one of the interesting parts around Alex is how well he's just continuously made progress with his technique. You know, if you watch the throws before, when we first started working together to now, to this throw, it's crazy. And one of the things he had said to me, after working with Jaime for the last year almost, he's like, what do you think she does that I can do better? And I said, dude, I think one of the best things that Jaime does is she hits a high point in the middle, and that helps her get that left down a little quicker relative to the right side, and it helps her hold that position, and then that helps her with a smoother release. And that's something that we've struggled with Alex, but we've always known, I think it's 2019 and this past year at 2022 World Championships, he had the fastest speed of release. He got 8th at this year's World Championships. He's a top 10 world ranked thrower. So we've always known he's capable of doing this, but it's getting it with really good conditions and doing it on that day. That's really, really hard. So let's look at this and I want to give you a little bit of that backstory. First we'll play it and then we'll just break it down. And you can just hear, I think that might be Tunks. I think that might be 3-time Olympian Jason Tunks. And this facility is awesome. You guys I think everybody should be going down to Oklahoma. You want big throws, and this is another discussion. You get big throws in the professional circuit from now until like middle of June. Chase monster throws. Chase monster throws. Or make money in the Diamond League. One of those two, okay? Then, after that, zero in your technique, get more consistent so that you can perform really well at the major championships. That's how I like to look at the periodization. Okay, so let's watch this. This is a nice toss, man. Let's look at that pickup point. Good. I'd say one thing he could clean up, Alex, a little bit higher left arm maybe, but look at that opening position. We talk about double support through opening, knee flexion. Got double support there. Open past 180. He's always done a good job with this. Right leg loads here. Let's put that arrow on that left hip. Boom. How often do we talk about the left hip predicting where his right foot goes? Left hip, boom. Long right leg, dorsiflexed. Okay, long right leg, dorsiflexed. Boom. Now, What did we talk about? He said, what do you think I can do that Jaime does really well? That position right there. And what that does, because he tends to have a fast left that sometimes blocks him off. If you watch his previous PR throw, we did a react when he went, 67.50 2 years ago. That left leg sort of blocked him off, and his left leg almost blocked him off even in Eugene this past year when he got 8th at World Championships. But now, with this position, with this stable position over the right, he's able to get that left a little bit deeper. It still could be improved, but you notice how it grounds. It's grounding more like Val Allman's left knee, where her left knee is more open to the sector. And that's a key factor to enable everything to come through. This is his last point of contact, so he could hold that a little bit more. But what I want to point out, watch that green arrow and where his right side comes through, okay? See how that right side transfers forward. If you watch his throw from Triton when he went 65.59 or 65.60, whatever that was, his reverse was off and he sort of falls all over the place. He's not as balanced. Look at how balanced he is on this, okay? Boom, the flat right, stable, knee flexion here. You know what this reminds me of? If you watch the best guys run a 40 at the combine, this is their grounding position, knee flexion and a little bit of dorsiflexion there. So it's interesting. It's all the same stuff. Comes wide, comes down, hits the high point, stacked over top of the right, gets that left deep, and then sits through, lets that weight transfer forward, hammers that, and this is a headwind throw. Now, he's still got a little bit of wobble on that discus, but he tends to throw lower, and you can just see he just reverses so smoothly. Compared to a 69-meter throw, this is a better throw. This is a throw that's 67 to 68 in a stadium. This is a throw that reminds me of his 65-23 indoors. So remember too, a lot of people forget, Alex has the furthest indoor throw on North American soil ever from a non-doped athlete. Jason Young was the other one, but he got popped. Alex has the furthest throw indoors ever in North American history, okay, and ever by an American. He has dual citizenship with Samoa and the United States. So I think that we've got to remember some of these key factors, but the best part about Alex is like, dude, this is a guy who has been top 10 ranked in the world. He's finished 8th at the World Championships. He's consistently one of the best throwers in the world and constantly is trying to get better while balancing his workload and balancing a newborn son and just handling all these things like an absolute savage. And I think this is a testament to his work ethic, a testament to the thousands of technical analysis that he's dealt with and his ability to do a decent job managing his time, although not the best, Alex. So I think that this is just so proud of him throwing 70 freaking meters. I'm so proud to just see this technical execution. To have good conditions and to be able to execute at high speed is really, really challenging and something that this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the season goes. I think that Alex is gonna keep building off this. We haven't even been throwing, he throws really, really well when we train with the 2.5. So I'm interested to see what happens when we start bringing the 2.5 in a bit more. Let's watch this one more time so that we can see Alex Rose's world lead. The first dude over 70 this year, number 24 in the history of mankind. I would also go, a lot of those guys in the top 24 either got caught or are very likely on drugs. So I also wanted to point that out. Let's go. Nice, absolutely phenomenal throw. So I think everybody, even the high school kids, time. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of focus on technique. It takes a lot of lifting. You've got to get strong. You've got to be able to hold positions and you've got to constantly look for where you can improve as an athlete. And if you need help with that, head over to throwsuniversity.com. You can pick up a technical analysis or a program that's going to help you get on the path that Alex Rose is on. And you've got to put in that work. And if you put in that work, that's going to help you drop some bombs. Head over to throwsuniversity.com. Until next time, guys, peace.